Rangers pre-season is now at the end, and the real thing is now on the horizon, with the Bears set to play Kilmarnock this weekend. Ahead of the clash, a Rangers star has been blown away by what he has just seen, of which we'll go through why in today's video. Not only that, but we'll also go over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Genk skipper Brian Haynen insists they are already looking beyond Rangers because they are desperate to play Champions League group stage football. Rangers will play the winners of the tie between Genk and Servette in the third qualifying round of the Champions League, with the Belgian and Swiss sides tied at 1-1 after the first leg last week. They meet on Tuesday in the return leg in Belgium, and Genk are warmed up for the game with a 4-0 weekend thrashing of RWD in their first league game of the season. And Haynen is desperate for Genk to return to the group stage of the competition for the first time in 4 years, since they lost 5 out of 6 games to Liverpool, Napoli and RB Salzburg in 2019. He said, "The match against Servette is extremely important. We're desperate to reach the Champions League group stage, so we'll do everything we can to win. We all dream of playing in the Champions League here again. Everyone wants to play at the highest level. The opportunity of getting to the group stage is something that hugely motivates us. I would love to have another go at that level. We are going to give everything on Wednesday, and then we'll see what happens in the next round if we defeat Servette." Just a quick one guys to let you know that we have released our brand new July drop. We've got brand new designs available on our website. We've got the Rangers Warrior t-shirts along with the No One Likes Us We Don't Care tees. So do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get back into today's video. Alfredo Morelos reportedly has several offers on the table from Saudi Arabia. However, it seems the former Rangers striker could also be tempted by a move to England. The Colombian frontman left Ibrox at the start of June after 6 years spent in Glasgow. The 27-year-old has yet to find a club since his release. There's been no shortage of links and speculation surrounding his future during that time. Now, The Athletic reports that Watford are interested in the forward. Should a deal come to fruition, that would see Morelos become teammates with ex-Hibs defender Ryan Porteous. Of course, the pair famously had a few tussles on the park during their time in Scottish football. The Hornets are looking for a new striker ahead of the new championship campaign, and Morelos is one of the options they're considering. They could face some stiff competition for his signature though, with a media outlet also stating that the player has the chance to go to the Saudi Pro League. Morelos has previously stated that his ambition is to stay in Europe, but with so many high-profile players and managers jetting out to the Middle East, he could see that as the next step of his career. Both Sevilla and Granada in La Liga are said to be interested in Morelos too. Jack Butland joined Rangers with dreams of making an impact at the business end of the season. Now the hard work really starts for him at Ibrox. The first week since Butland moved north of the border have opened his eyes even further to the size of the club and the demand for the support. It has been the case so far, so good for the keeper, and has settled into the side with some of accomplished personal showings during what has been a mixed pre-season for the collective in blue. Butland spoke about the lure of playing in such occasions when he completed his move from Crystal Palace earlier this summer. His experiences of the Rangers support so far have only served to further whet the appetite, as he admits he was blown away by them. He said, "I've had to pinch myself a few times. Alan's testimonial was one, but I wondered what the next game would be like. The next game was 40,000 plus, and it was as loud as ever. I messaged my wife to say they are nuts again. I knew what to expect before, but until you see it, everywhere we've been, they've been there. When you walk out away from home especially and you hear that noise from the fans, it's pretty special." Michael Beale admits it's only natural that there is noise around several of the Ibrox fringe men this summer as he seeks to trim his Rangers squad in the coming weeks. The English manager completed his 9th signing of the window on Friday as Danilo put pen to paper on a long-term deal following a £5 million switch from Feyenoord. Rangers have also spent big to secure the services of Sam Lammers, Cyril Dessers, while the likes of Jack Butland and Kieran Dow all arrived on free transfers from across the border. Beale will have to reduce the size of the first team pool before the close of business, but insists there is nothing imminent in terms of Fashion Zakala's future, amid speculation that he is free to leave the club this summer. He said, "There's nothing on Fashion at the moment. There's a bit of noise around a few players, And that's natural because of how many we've brought in. As soon as there's something to say on that, we will. When you bring 9 players in and 2 in January, that's 11 into the squad. Quite a few have left, around 8 to 10, but I need to have time now to bring this team together. It is going to be perfect straight away? No, you can see there's going to be teething problems. But as you can see, we've got good players, and as long as they'll get all in line and in tune quickly, we'll be okay. Naturally, with that process, 1 or 2 will be a little bit uneasy, 1 or 2 might bite down the gum shield and fight. The window shuts on September 1st, but we've got 8 or 9 players before then. So it'll be a long month. I'm sure 1 or 2 will leave and maybe 1 or 2 more will arrive. Rangers released several stalwarts of the squad at the end of last season as Alan McGregor retired and Scott Arfield, Ryan Kent and Alfredo Morelos were allowed to move on. And another hero of the 55 campaign is also heading for an exit. The Ibrox board seek to recoup around £5 million for midfielder Glenn Kamara this summer. Bill said there is no update on Glenn. He was obviously given an extended break at the end of the season due to internationals. Then he's had sickness problems which has run on. He's training in isolation at the moment, not with the group, trying to get himself up to speed. There's a lot of noise in the background with Glenn as well, but with different inquiries and him talking to different people. So it's best that he's the side of the group. I've got no issues with him on a personal level. It's a conversation we've had a good few months ago. Rangers rounded off their pre-season schedule with a 2-2 draw with Hoffenheim on Saturday and now have their focus fixed on the start of the new Premiership campaign. A tricky trip to Kilmarnock is first on the agenda for the title hopefuls, and Bill is confident his new look side can go on and enjoy success together over the course of the first full season in charge. Bill said the league is not going to be over after game 1. We'll play each game that's in front of us. This is a new team, it's what we've wanted, it's what the fans wanted, there's a lot of excitement. Now we need to support it, fuel it, we need to get it fit and strong together. The fans need to get behind us, we'll take it a game at a time and see where it takes us. This month we'll play 3 competitions. There's a group of players here who won a lot of football matches from Christmas onwards when I came in, so I expect them to go on and win more this month. In other news, the draw of the last 16 of the League Cup took place yesterday, which sees Rangers take on Greenock Morton at Ibrox. Other ties are as follows: Hibernian vs Raith Rovers, Stirling Albion vs Aberdeen, Airdrieonians vs Ross County, St Mirren vs Motherwell, and Kilmarnock vs Celtic. Rangers fans, what do you make of Jack Butland's words, and do you expect him to be a success this season and beyond? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But guys, remember we do have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or go to rfcclothing.com. Thank you, I'll see you all next time. Take care, peace.